Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead. Today in the studio, it's just Dan and I, and we got a lot of things to talk about, so we're just going to dive in. So Dan, last night, there was the community meeting. The West Hempstead Community Support Association, they do this every year over at Veterans Hall. They get all the politicians together, they invite the community and to air out their questions, and it was a good event.
So did the community actually show up to attend any of this?
So, you know what, before we even get into any of the details, no. I mean, yes and no. The sort of like the usual crowd, people that I see over and over and over again. I would estimate the audience at about 50 to maybe 75 people. This is out of a community of 22,000. So literally there was like statistically like almost zero people there.
Yeah. All right.
But they got into some really good subjects. The two highlights, number one, they had the Man of the Year award, which was given to Michael Joyce, who's the fire chief over at the Lakeview Firehouse, and he's been there forever. And we just thank him so much for all the incredible efforts that he and his department have done for us.
Yeah, it's always good for them to recognize people in the fire department. People sometimes forget these are volunteers, and for somebody to put in that much time is absolutely worth acknowledging.
Yeah, and the Assembly Award was given to the head of the Civic Association, Maureen Greenberg-Mahoney, and that award was presented by Ed Ross. So really great to see Maureen getting recognition. Maureen is really the backbone of our community. She puts these large types of meetings together. Anything that goes wrong, the Civic Association is always on top of things. So hats off to Maureen. Really, great job done.
Yeah, absolutely. No, listen, we know she's around for all sorts of things going on around town, and again, it's good to see people recognized for the work they do.
Yeah, and a couple of other highlights. So they had the Hank School Board President, Rachel Hackle, there talking about what's going on with Hank. She gave a September 2025 estimated completion for the building, but she also caveated that, sometimes things don't exactly go the way that contractors say.
Yeah, and just to be clear, she's actually the executive director of Hank, not the board president.
But there we go.
Acknowledge that for sure.
And also there was some mention during the Q&A, there was some talk about the Capri Motel and actually what was happening with it. And Town of Hempstead Councilman Tom Muscarella basically said that this is now going into litigation, which is really what we thought. Both sides are giving depositions, and the litigation part's going to take a while, and they're still working on the eminent domain track. Still don't know what's going to take place after the Capri. That's where they are.
Yeah, honestly, we know with these cases that go to the courts, this is going to take ages. I imagine it'll be another year or a year and a half before we have any kind of resolution to this. So whatever. I guess great if they supposedly removed the reasons for the cops to go over there, but whatever. I'm not thrilled about this whole thing.
Yeah. So one of the things that I saw in the social media for West Hempstead really kind of caught my eye. It was about rats, and actually maybe even tied into the Hank building, into what's going on with the Heatherwood construction. Typically when you have these big construction projects and you dig up the earth, you're disturbing the rats' environment. Yeah. And there are pictures of the rats in the community. It's not a nice thing to see.
No, but honestly, they've probably been here the whole time, just nobody noticed and nobody wants to think about it. But listen, tie your garbage up. Don't leave it out on the street, because it'll be a feast for them.
Yeah, and if you do see rats, then definitely get in touch with the health department so that they can come over, ASAP. It's just, we got raccoons, we got rats, we got possums.
Honestly, if you've been on any part of the New York City transit system, you're probably used to this by now.
Yeah, a little bit of a Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom, for those of you who remember. And, another disturbing story in the community, there was a gentleman was arrested for public lewdness at Halls Pond Park, and we committed allegedly this act in front of an 11-year-old. Father saw it, reported it. The person was arrested, and he's been given, I think, a bench.
Some sort of bench appearance or something.
Yeah, it's not like arrested like you're going to jail. It's because they don't do that anymore. So
whatever. I've been told by somebody who's apparently aware of this person, he's unfortunately dealing with mental issues. It's not terribly surprising, but listen, it's what it is. It's a pity that this child unfortunately had to be literally exposed to this.
Yeah, tough stuff. Dan, so we didn't end up going to the Trump rally at the Nassau Coliseum, but we got pictures from two people in the community. We got Moshe Hill, who represents the Republican Party. We also had from Abe Skorsky, who's a community activist. But what really struck me is, so it was maybe like 10 pictures that I put into a video montage, put it up on YouTube, didn't think much of it, but already it has almost like 700 plays, which is, a huge amount, for a political throwaway with just some pictures. So I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, look, I don't have any good answers for any of this either. Some of the responses we got to the video that we posted, which was literally just some pictures of what was going on, people got, unsurprisingly, a little bit up in arms about it. But look, it's not up to us. It's a news story. There were West Hempstead people there. And listen, you have whatever it is, 6-8 weeks now to make your mind up if you haven't already.
Exactly. So if you're really interested to see what everyone else is looking at, you can go to our YouTube site, you can go to Facebook, or you could go to westhempsteadecho.com and check it out.
No, absolutely.
All right, so now is going to be a good time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
And we're back. So Dan, the other day I went over to Stop and Shop, and the first thing I observed was they have these huge towers now with these bullhorns telling people to, watch your belongings, watch your bags, and it sounded almost like a prison camp. It was not settled, and I know that there's crime all over the place, but wow, that really caught me off guard.
Well, honestly, those stupid robots in the store just drive me mad. It's just freaked out every time one of those things starts bearing down on you. But honestly, if you're a criminal going into the Stop and Shop parking lot, I promise you no automated message is going to make any difference.
No, and maybe they should send those robots out and take care of the people who are doing no harm.
What's that RoboCop stop in the name of the law or something like that?
And one of the other things that I noticed looking across the street was that the Island Garden basketball arena looked like it was closed, and then I went up on their website, and sure enough, there's a message from the ownership. Apparently their rent went up 50%, so rent is too damn high.
Yeah, very much.
And they bugged out of the community, and they're going to be playing in, I think, a variety of arenas or JCC types of places around Nassau County. And that's a real shame because Island Garden was a real institution, and
it's been here since the '60s or something, didn't it? Was it?
It was a concert hall for a while, and I had a nephew who was playing basketball there last season, and you know what? The level of basketball was really at a higher level, and always very well attended. So, I think it's a loss for the community.
No, for sure.
All right, so on October 1st at 7:30, the school board is having a Board of Education policy meeting with a working session at the video conference room. So, you know, it is the season starting up again with schools, so if you are interested, you can attend that. I also noticed that the library was celebrating Banned Book Week. You know, a little bit different, but I guess there's, you know, a long list of books that have been banned across the country, and
I think some of that's a little overblown, but I know some of the national organizations, American Library Association, some of those other things are sort of big on touting this. But look, I don't know, there's all kinds of books at the library. You should go and grab some books, banned or otherwise, and whatever. Let's acknowledge it.
You know, and you know, in the past I've always gotten down on the library for, you know, their AV material. But one of the things I thought was really interesting is that just with your library card, you can get access to consumer reports just by going through the library, logging in, and getting all this information. So if you're looking for an appliance, or maybe you're looking for a car, it's a great resource. And unfortunately, the library doesn't have enough physical periodicals. But if you can access these things digitally, I think that's great.
Yeah, listen, the online stuff they have is amazing. If you dig deep into their online resources, they have amazing stuff. They've got the New York Times historic newspapers, which is great because I've occasionally gone through there looking for some history things. They've got access to academic journals, so by all means take advantage. You don't even have to go into the library. A lot of this stuff you can get from home just logging onto the website.
Yeah, it's great. You know, of course, I go looking for, you know, microfilm when I go to the library. And the Dewey Decimal cards or whatever that thing is.
This is because we're old, folks.
Yeah, there you go. So, you know what? At the Civic Association meeting, they actually had a cake from Restorers. So that was like the highlight of the night for me. I was able to have cake for dessert. I mean, cake for dinner. So, but outside of that, Restorers also has their special of the week. I believe it's Oktoberfest this week.
It is, and it's only the beginning of Oktoberfest. But they have, I'm sorry, I think it's Black Forest cake that's on sale, and pretzel rolls are like 60 cents or something like that. So it's a good time to go in and stock up.
Yeah, they make an incredible Black Forest cake, and they also do the cake catering for Plattdeutsch, which is a German catering hall on Hempstead Turnpike.
Get your Oompa bands over there if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, we got Creative Corner. If you're planning a birthday for young or old, call Creative Corner, 516-385-8782. So Dan, that'll wrap it up for this week. We certainly look forward to being in full force for next week. But for now, that'll do it for This Week in West Hempstead.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reister's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.
Welcome to I&D Glot. We love our customers. We have the freshest produce. We have all the groceries you need. We have the best cuts of beef, veal, lamb, chicken for the best price. And of course, a bakery department with all fresh cookies, cakes, and freshest bakery item. And of course, with a takeout department with delicious food. If you need to place an order, do it online. We'll deliver it to you, or come into the store and shop. We can't wait to see you.